Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're definitely moving past the highlight reels, past the scoreboards.
Yeah.
We're digging into something deeper with one of modern football's biggest names, Neymar Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And the question really is, what's the true human cost, of being tagged as a national savior?
That's exactly it. Because when you really look at Neymar's whole career path, it's not a story about lacking talent. He has tons of that.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about the immediate and massive price he paid for having all that talent recognized so young. We're talking about this idea of an impossible burden.
Right. So our mission today is really to unpack what happens to a prodigy, someone chosen to carry the hopes of a whole country.
And the research, the sources we looked at, they point to this key moment. Not a goal, not a game, but a choice he made.
When he was 25 back in 2017.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A choice driven by wanting to be the main man, the protagonist. And it arguably changed everything for him, his life, his career, forever.
Okay, so let's rewind. Start at the beginning. This incredible, lightning fast rise.
Yeah.
Neymar da Silva Santos Jr.
Oh.
Born in 1992, Mogi das Cruzes, São Paulo. And the background is familiar, right? Humble family.
Mm-hmm. A mother working hard and a father who'd been a player himself, but maybe, frustrated his own career didn't take off.
That father figure seems really important here.
Crucial context, yeah. The father saw the talent early on, started managing him, and by age 11, Neymar is already at Santos FC.
11. Wow.
And the way people described him back then, it wasn't just good, it was magic. They said he, danced with the ball.
Modest.
Yeah, doing these impossible, spontaneous things, making seasoned pros just stop and watch this kid. It was apparently unreal.
Astonishing. And it didn't slow down, did it?
Yeah.
By 17, he's making his pro debut for Santos.
And scores basically straight away, 2009.
And Brazil. Brazil's always looking for the next Pelé, right?
Yeah.
They're obsessed with that idea.
Totally obsessed. And so the reaction was instant, overwhelming. They didn't just say he was good, they handed him the title. The new king of football.
At 17.
At 17. And the problem with that kind of label, that air thing, is it just strips away your individuality.
Right.
Brazil needed a new symbol, they hadn't won much for a while, and boom, he's it. And the sources we read really emphasize the psychological impact.
Oh, so?
Well, basically his life stopped being his own right then. He kind of lost the right to just be a young guy, make mistakes, figure things out.
Because he was property now.
Public property, the designated savior. And maybe if he'd had time to, grow into it slowly. But he didn't.
Oh, he was winning everything.
Yeah.
By 19, that's 2011, he leads Santos to the Copa Libertadores. He's the MVP top scorer.
He'd conquered South America before he was even properly an adult. So from the outside, it looked like the crown fit perfectly.
Even if it weighed a ton.
Exactly. It fit externally.
Right.
But inside, that massive early success just cemented the expectation, the absolute need to be the best. And he took that with him to Europe.
Okay, so Europe. 2013, the huge transfer to Barcelona. 57 million.
Which was a record back then, yeah.
And suddenly the Brazilian king is, he's in a different court, a much bigger one.
And at first, it looked like a massive success story continuing. He joins maybe the deadliest attack ever. MSN, Messi, Suarez, Neymar,
Greece.
And they win everything. The 2015 Treble Champions League, La Liga, Copa del Rey. Neymar was brilliant, scored crucial goals, looked like he fit right in.
So looking at the stats, the trophies,
Yeah.
where's the conflict?
Yeah.
It seems like peak performance, peak fulfillment.
Yeah, and that's the real tension, isn't it? On paper, ticking all the boxes, winning everything. But that underlying pressure, the narrative from Brazil, wasn't just about success, it was about protagonism, being the undisputed number one.
And at Barca.
At Barca, even with all his brilliance, he was always going to be orbiting Messi. Messi was the sun, the absolute center, on the pitch, off the pitch, everywhere. Neymar was the incredibly talented partner, alongside the best in the world. Ah, okay. So the story he'd been told since he was 17 that he had to be the king just didn't mesh with being, I guess, the crown prince.
Exactly. It created this, almost an existential crisis for him, you could argue. He'd achieved everything except that singular recognition, the feeling that he was the one driving it all.
And that disconnect, that must have been brewing.
Oh, yeah. And the decision he made next, it just shows how powerful that need for the spotlight, for undisputed centrality had become. Which takes us right to that moment, the one that just completely rerouted his career. 2017, the move to Paris Saint-Germain. PSG.
And the number, we have to talk about the number, 222 million.
Insane.
It wasn't just big, it shattered the previous record, more than doubled it. It like instantly changed the whole football economy.
Absolutely. And that number, that 222 million, that's where so much of the later pressure comes from.
Yeah.
PSG didn't just buy a fantastic player.
They bought a messiah. Pretty much. They needed legitimacy on the world stage. They needed that Champions League trophy fast. And paying that much money was basically saying, you are the guy, the most valuable player ever. Failure is not an option.
That is just an impossible weight to put on someone.
Totally impossible. And Neymar himself was pretty direct about why he left Barcelona. He said, I want to get out of Messi's shadow. I want to be the protagonist.
He wanted the crown.
He wanted the crown. But he traded this, functioning, winning machine for a situation where the entire weight of this massive, ambitious project landed squarely on him.
And the irony. The irony. He went there specifically to win the Champions League as the main guy.
And it just never happened. Year after year, they got knocked out. Real Madrid, Man United, Man City. They got close in 2020, runners up, but couldn't get over the line.
And the cost wasn't just about trophies, was it? It became physical. Right. Brutally physical.
Yeah, the analysis really shows this link between that insane pressure and just his body breaking down. He spent so much time injured at PSG.
Broken metatarsals, ankle ligaments again and again.
Chronic stuff. And when you're the 222 million savior, you're not allowed to be injured.
Right. So when he was out...
The criticism just exploded. His lifestyle, he's fragile, he can't handle the pressure. The narrative really soured.
And while he's stuck in the treatment room, the football world moves on.
Exactly. Mbappe becomes the star at PSG. Messi still winning Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo's breaking records. Neymar kind of got trapped by the very status he chased.
Okay, so if the club pressure was bad, the World Cups, that must have been the absolute peak of this whole savior complex thing. Brazil lives and dies by the World Cup.
Absolutely. It's like the national psyche laid bare every 4 years. And Neymar was the chosen one, the focus of all that hope and anxiety. Think about 2014 in Brazil.
The pressure must have been unimaginable, the whole country pinning everything on him.
And then that quarterfinal against Colombia, the fractured vertebra, his tournament over.
And he had to watch from home.
Watch the 7-1. Against Germany, the national trauma.
Oh, God, the 7-1.
Yeah. And it's weird, psychologically. Because he was absent. He wasn't on the pitch for the humiliation. But the subtext was always, if the savior had been there.
He was blamed for not being there to save them.
In a way, yeah. He watched the moment he was supposed to define, crying, totally helpless, devastating.
So he comes back for 2018 in Russia, carrying all that baggage.
Definitely carrying it. And maybe technically better than ever, but different. More theatrical, as some put it.
The diving accusations, the memes.
Exactly. Every fall, every reaction, blown up, mocked globally. He became this caricature of simulation and crying, which, again, just shows the insane level of scrutiny.
We got knocked out in the quarters again.
Yep. Burden's still there, unlifted.
Which brings us to 2022. Qatar. He's 30. Realistically, his last best chance.
His last real shot, yeah. And he played well, scored that amazing goal against Croatia, equaled Pelé's official record for Brazil.
But then penalties against Croatia. Quarterfinals again.
And here's the final brutal twist of the Sabre story. He never even got to take his penalty.
They were eliminated before his turn came up.
Yeah. The image that sticks is him, just crumpled on the grass, alone, crying, all that weight, all that expectation, and he couldn't even take the shot to save them.
So the conclusion is pretty bleak.
It's stark. The guy chosen to be the savior never saved anyone because the burden, the sources argue, was just too much for any one person.
So, okay, let's pull this together. The core question. What actually happened? His talent didn't vanish. He kept training. He clearly still cared deeply.
Right. It wasn't about losing skill or desire.
So what was it? You said earlier, consumed by identity.
That's really the heart of it, I think. He was consumed by his own fame. Neymar stopped being just a footballer a long, long time ago.
You became what?
An ecosystem, a brand, a product, a global spectacle. 200 million Instagram followers, private jets, massive endorsement deals, a whole chaotic public life running alongside the football.
So he had to be the amazing player, the marketing machine, the icon, all at once.
All at once. Perfectly. Because the moment they crowned him Messiah at 17, he basically lost the right to make mistakes in private. Or even in public, really.
And perfection is impossible for anyone.
Exactly. So when he didn't deliver the Champions League immediately, or got injured again, or, had a party that got press, The narrative flipped instantly, from adoration to crucifixion.
He was held to this impossible standard, like a god, not an athlete.
Pretty much. And he paid the price for being that prodigy, for being chosen. He lost the basic human right to be flawed, to learn, to just be.
And this isn't just about football, is it? This applies way beyond.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime we take a young talent, tech, music, sports, whatever, and load them up with these impossible savior expectations, we're basically setting them up for a public fall.
The expectation itself becomes the problem, not the talent.
Yeah, the burden is the failure.
Which kind of leads us to where he is now, Saudi Arabia, playing for Al Hilal. Which, let's be honest, a lot of people saw as him just giving up on his European legacy.
Yeah.
Cashing out.
Yeah, that's the common reading, the selling out narrative. But if you look at it through this lens of pressure, maybe it's something else.
Like what?
Well, obviously the money's huge, you can't ignore that. But think about the psychological shift. At Al Hilal, yeah, they want to win, but it's regional. It's not carrying the weight of Brazil's World Cup dreams, or the 222 million PSG project, or the Parisian fans' demand.
All that constant crushing scrutiny, it's lifted.
It must be significantly lessened, right? Maybe he's finally just playing football without the impossible destiny attached. It's not giving up. Maybe it's finding peace.
Surviving those expectations.
Yeah.
That's a kind of victory in itself. Resilience.
Definitely. And I think the ultimate takeaway from this whole deep dive looking at Neymar's story is that talent often isn't enough when fame gets that big, that monstrous.
He didn't fail as a player.
No. He carried a weight, national, financial, personal, that was maybe unprecedented and completely alone in many ways. His story is a powerful reminder, really. Behind the idol, the brand, the highlights, there's just a human being, someone who struggles, makes mistakes, feels pressure, cries on the pitch.
So we want to leave you, the listener, with this final thought to chew on. Did Neymar fulfill the destiny that was put on him? Or was that destiny just impossible from the second they called him king at 17?
Yeah, something to think about. Remember, idols are human, and humans, well, humans have limits.